constructive criticism because I wasn't getting on LeBron James. Him working with Hakeem Olajuwon on a skill, I get that, because I would have called Hakeem Olajuwon to work on my post move. I just think LeBron James is getting ready to be a 3-time MVP. People should be calling him for advice as opposed to him calling people wondering what does it take mentally to win a championship, because he's on his way to win. I just think he needs to stop apologizing to people for what he did in Cleveland. I'm happy for him that he's down in Miami. He can do whatever he wants. Let people call you instead of you calling people.
I understood it. New York is shooting 30%. There goes Bosch. And Joel Anthony checks in for Miami. Battier is in. Haslam is in. Miller, as we said, is in the contest. Ron remains in the contest. Here is J.R. Smith to the right. He puts it down with an explosive move. Mike Bibby has taken the place of Davis, so he has come in. Anthony remains. Chandler remains. And Jared Jeffries comes in. Now, he's on a time limit. He's got a bad right knee, so expect 15, 17 minutes from the defensive-minded Jeffries.
And not only that, what did Mike Woodson tell us? He might go to the rookie Josh Harrelson as well to bring some more size out there for the Knicks.
As on the screen, a little switch on defense. Shot clock down to 4. LeBron James over Jeffries. Another offensive rebound by Miami. James again. Here's a 3 and picked up by Mike Bibby, a former Miami player. A turnover almost. Bibby and Smith. Miami's got all this offensive rebound power. Here's Carmelo way off. Anthony tonight 1 of 5. James trying to go the other way. That is off of Miami, and they turn the ball over. First Miami turnover. J.R. Smith taking it in strong. And New York is down by 7 on TNT.
This is a lot of people's favorite place to play. And you know, you always want to say one day that you played here, in big moments, and that you did some great things.
Now, they played regular season games here, but the first time he's been in the playoffs here, and I'm sure you remember very well, you've already kind of touched on it, your first playoff game in Madison Square Garden.
Well, the level gets ramped up. The fans get in a frenzy. Anywhere you go in the city, everyone's wearing orange and blue, and they let you know about it as well, especially when the Knicks were having those great teams with Patrick Ewing and Starks. There's just a great atmosphere here, and that's what these Heat players want to do. They want to add to their legends.
Shot clock is down to 2. That's a good sign when J.R. Smith whacks one in, and he puts in the shot from outside. Began the season in China, and they had to wait until that season concluded before he could sign with an NBA team. Him and Carmelo big friends, and that's why he signs here in New York.
And that last drive by J.R. Smith is what allowed him to get that space for that offensive shot. He's got to keep a happy balance between outside shots and taking the ball to the basket.
It's Carmelo against Battier. This defense has been a story. Battier's defense, that is, against Carmelo. Inside, fighting hard for everything he can get. And he gets one to drop. He's got 4. New York again tonight missing 3 starters. Shumpert blew a knee in game 1. No Amari Stoudemire with the aforementioned injury to his hand. And you go back even a couple weeks, Jeremy Lin had a slightly torn meniscus in his left knee. Surgery a month ago. Could be back within a week to 10 days. We've got New York on a little 6-0 run. Battier with the drive. And snaps it up to Miller for 3. They want him to shoot, what, 9, 10 threes a game?
Well, he has the neon green light as Eric Spoelstra was on him. He wants him shooting at least 10 three-point field goals.
Chandler inside. A lot of pressure, a lot of movement. Miller, former Rookie of the Year in the NBA, out of Mitchell, South Dakota, picks up his first personal foul.
Well, look at the balance here with Carmelo backing down Battier. Out there, the nice up and under fake right there. And if you're Joel Anthony, the help has to come a little bit soon. But I love the in and out game thus far in this first half by Carmelo.
Here's Chandler at the free throw line. Won a championship a season ago. Is the man in the middle for the Dallas Mavericks. Hey kids, visit NBAHoopTroop.com to play cool games, watch exciting videos, earn points, and get info on all your favorite NBA teams and players. That's NBAHoopTroop.com. Here's the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA. And you know what, really, for the most part, Reggie, the lone constant this season for this New York Knicks team.
Well, he's stayed healthy and he's been able to be on the floor. And to change the culture here defensively, remember the last few years, You know, this was up and down, the running gun style under Mike D'Antoni. Now we're going back to those 90 Knicks teams where they had a defensive effort and identity.
Rookie Norris Cole out of Cleveland State, late first-round pick, is in the game. Trying to work around Anthony's screen, and that is a foul. There goes on Joel Anthony. Down hard went 33-year-old Mike Bibby, and he felt every part of that fall, the first on Anthony.
Well, I'm telling you this, the older you get and you hit the floor, the harder it is to get up. It's like one of those old-time boxers. As soon as you touch the canvas, it's kind of hard to get that 8-second count out of your head.
Mike, of course, grew up in Phoenix. He is the son of Henry Bibby, the terrific NBA player of yore. He'd have missed 5 consecutive shots. So they are on the defensive side, and here comes Smith. This is over James. That was a 3. Nice volleyball tap and an offensive rebound for Chandler.
Already we're seeing LeBron James on Carmelo Anthony. Now he's on J.R. Smith.
Battier now watching Anthony. Rebound by Miller. That is a defensive foul. That goes on the Miami Heat. An aggressive Carmelo Anthony here in Game 3, much like he was Reggie in the first half of Game 2.
Much better and different effort from the New York Knicks. Look at that. There's 4 guys attacking the offensive glass here. And that's something we did not see in games 1 and 2. Multiple efforts, keeping balls alive. Foul on Miller, which sends J.R. Smith to the free throw line.
J.R. grew up in New Jersey, right across the river, so these are very familiar parts for him. Right out of high school to the NBA, J.R. Smith. Seven-time world champion Floyd Money Mayweather has never tasted defeat. Power-punching Miguel Cotto wears the super welterweight crown. On May 5th, these two boxing kings will collide. Mayweather versus Cotto. Saturday, May 5th, live on pay-per-view.
I guarantee you this, someone out of this is going to feel an 8-second count out of that fight. And I don't think it's going to be Money Mayweather.
You know, you were looking at you were mentioning before the game, you know, how are the Knicks going to score enough points with a lot of their main scores out of the game?
Well, Carmelo Anthony is going to have another big game, but he's going to have to be more efficient. You can't get 30 points on 26 shots. The guys off the bench, even though Novak started tonight, he has to hit 3. J.R. Smith, and you got to have timely rebounding.
Knicks have a foul to get. Bosh has just come in for Joel Anthony. Setting a screen, bodies in the way. LeBron went driving into Jeffries. We got and LeBron comes up limping. And he was holding his shoulder initially after the collision. Jeffries will pick up his first personal foul as our threesome.
LeBron is saying I was in the act of shooting. And I have to agree with him because the ball didn't go back down as Jeffries grabbed him up top.
We told you the Knicks have a foul to give. Seconds remaining in the first quarter. LeBron, Chandler on the mismatch comes out. Battier for 3. Spolstra, the disciple of Pat Riley, a longtime assistant, began in the video room with the Miami Heat. The drive inside won't drop. And Harrelson is in the game for the first time for the New York Knicks. Josh Harrelson, who is out of Kentucky and has been, in the regular season at least, was kind of a nice rugged player to put inside. He has not seen any time in the playoffs until right now.
Yeah, you talk about rugged player, tough defender. Even though he is a rookie, offensively can face the basket, can put him in pick and pop situations up to 18, 20 feet.
Billy Gillespie is the one that got him to Kentucky. Here is Fields. Anthony is back in, and Fields across the lane extends the New York Knicks run here of 11-0.
Yeah, what's interesting is Mike Woodson said he thought that he was going to have to play Carmelo Anthony 48 minutes. Obviously, he's on the bench right now. So let's see if this unit can find a way to score points with Carmelo on the bench. J.R. Smith, and right there, a surprise basket there by Landry Fields.
Harrelson picks up the personal foul. So James Jones out there for the first time for the Miami Heat. Joel Anthony is back in the contest, taking the place of Bosh. We got Battier, Wade, and Chalmers. That's the Miami 5. Shot clock here is at 10. Just into the second quarter. Miami shooting 33%. Wade, all kinds of suffocating defense. Throws up a prayer. It's picked up by Jones. Shot clock well off. And so the defense there for the New York Knicks. And they're 5 on the floor. Smith, Jeffries, Bibby, Harrelson, and Landry Fields. What a fivesome that is. Not what they envisioned in the playoffs, I'm sure.
Well, this is something we did not see in games 1 and 2. That swarming Knick defense, especially on LeBron James and Dwayne Wade coming off those high pick and rolls.
Smith, and the ball deflected.
And now the Knicks just want to tread water so Carmelo can get back in the game.
Fields out to Bibby, a 3.
Right now, found money. The last 5 points, 2 by Fields and that 3 by Bibby for the Knicks.
This is Miami's largest deficit of the series. We have a defensive violation called on Miami.
Bibby has really struggled in this series. Only 3 points can add to that total right there, but it's all been from dribble, drive, penetration. And remember, the Heat at times, they can overhelp a little bit.
I beg your pardon, I said Miami. I meant New York, of course. That stops a 14-0 run, Reg, by the New York Knicks.
And what that run has done is has gotten this crowd into the ball game. And that's going to be the 6th man, obviously. This team needs that. They're a little bit fragile. You talked about the 3 starters being out. Lynn, Shumpert out with the knee injury, and then Stoudemire. You need all the help you can get.
Miami approaching 6 minutes with nothing from the field. Wade had a lot of defensive pressure. There goes Harrelson with the rebound for the New York Knicks. Smith, Bibby, another 3. And the rebound by Dwayne Wade. Wade has started 1 of 5. James has started 1 of 6 for Miami. Wade bouncing into Harrelson, who picks up his 2nd quick foul. Just off the Mike Woodson bench for the New York Knicks. Number 2 on Jordan.
These fouls are expendable. And these are body blows. You know, think of this as like a championship fight over the course of 12 rounds. They're trying to wear down the Miami Heat here.
There's a foul. Smith, little bump. As Miami was trying to maneuver, having missed 8 consecutive shots, Smith picks up his first personal foul. Harrelson on his recruiting trip to Kentucky wore cut-off jeans called jorts, and that nickname stuck. He's a blue-collar player. Wide open James Jones, a protege of Reggie Miller, who's a rookie when you were at Indiana. The Heat missing their last 9, and now they fall back on defense. Smith, Bibby.
So that's the shot that Bibby has to shoot right there on that swing.
Wade is watching Smith, the 2. Harrelson digs it out. Knocked away by Battier, picked up by Chalmers. Ahead it goes to Wade. Again, 2 on him with the blitz. Intercepted by Jeffries. Ahead it goes to Fields. So I think, like we said before, that's where they've really got to cash in on that transition.
Before that Miami Heat defense gets set up.
Exactly.
Attack the rim.
Fields got a good screen.